So if you've seen any of our other webinars regarding our virtual event platform, you'll know that we angle ourselves as a bespoke solution whereby we will tailor and customize a virtual event according to your requirements. However, we are aware some events are more rigidly bound by time and money. You might have an imminent event for which you really need to get a branded page together through which you can invite your delegates to access any webinars. Likewise, you may not know at this stage how many registrants you'll have, and subsequently the kind of revenue your event might generate. So what we've done is try to put together a template single page event that incorporates as much of our demo event as possible, whilst keeping it budget friendly and, like I say, time friendly as well. We can set this up for you within a day or so, fully branded to your event. So first things first, this event is restricted to logged in users, or more specifically, registered users for your event. I should say at this point, for this solution, we don't offer a registration option. You would need to use your registration service of choice and deliver us a spreadsheet of subsequent users that we would upload via the back end of the platform. Subsequently, nobody would have access to this page apart from your registered users. So what we'll do is log in as a demo delegate. Should also just say at that point, if there was no requirement for registration at your event, then we would skip that login step and your event would just be an open event page like this. So now we've logged in, we've unlocked the content. First things first, we have an about section. This could be a welcome message or anything you like. We have a download section if you wanted to include any materials to give away in preparation of your event, or any free giveaways. There's no restrictions to how many downloads you include, or likewise the actual size of those downloads. Next, we have a featured webinar session, which we'll come back to in a second. A social media wall that contains either your tweets or your tweet of a particular hashtag. And then we have a contact form that goes straight through to you as the event organizer, sponsors, carousel, and a customized footer according to your company or event details. So if we go back to the webinars themselves, what we've done is split the webinar display. So on the one hand, any webinar you create will display in the webinar agenda through your nav menu. These are all pre-recorded sessions, so they don't have a time or date, but obviously if they were live sessions, they would have a time or date, time and date, and they would display according to that time as well. The difference between these two areas, your agenda here and these feature sessions, is quite simply that these sessions have been labeled as featured at the point you create them. That's all done via your dashboards. If you go onto the home page, to our home page, I should say, there is a webinar here that will run you through the actual dashboard area itself, how you create content. So this whole page will be managed via a dashboard that you as the organizer would have access to. For our single page events, what would happen is you would click a webinar and it would take you straight through to that webinar, rather than taking you to a holding page, which in this particular video we explain that functionality. But for the single page event, we would take you straight through to the webinar itself. That could be a Zoom link, that could be a Teams link, that could be any video conferencing platform of your choice. It could also be a YouTube link. It could be anything that has a URL, essentially. So with that in mind, post-event, you could upload your sessions, presuming you recorded them, back to the website, and your event could exist beyond the actual event dates for anyone in a different time zone, or anyone who missed sessions. That's one of the benefits of our platform. We're not really bound by the times of your event, because of course you can re-upload sessions as pre-recorded. Couple more things really quickly in the navigation menu. Obviously I've shown you the webinar agenda. Your users, once logged in, would have access to two very important tabs: terms and conditions and privacy. Within the privacy page, your users can export any data we have stored for them on the platform, and likewise they can delete it just at the click of a button. Very important in this day and age. So that's a very quick once over of our single page event. We do offer bolt-ons to this to cover functionality such as the exhibition wall. All these bits and bobs that we can add to your event are included in these webinars on our homepage. So do jump on that to have a little look at anything else we could add. But this, like I say, is our offering in its most simple and I guess budget-friendly form. So if you would like us to talk you through it any further, please do get in touch. We really would love to talk about your event.